What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and tonight I've got some football focus. The Pittsburgh Steelers' fourth and final game against the Carolina Panthers just ended mere moments ago. Pittsburgh did lose the game by, I think, 6 points or so. Again, preseason results don't matter. It's about what you see on the field from players, who's going to make the roster and who's not going to make the roster. Pittsburgh ends the preseason encouragingly at 3-1, and what I'm encouraged by is seeing how the players played. This offense looks ready to go. I think a lot of the additions we made at wide receiver on offense and defensively at linebacker and corner are putting us in a position to be even better than I expected. I predicted 10-6 before camp started. Now I'm leaning more toward like 11-5. But I think either way, the AFC North title belongs to Pittsburgh, and I think we're going to be a surprisingly really good team this year, coming from the underdog spot. But in this game, it was the fourth game, so it was mostly the third and fourth stringers playing. So people were trying to see who was going to make the roster and who wasn't. I will be bringing you guys tomorrow. I'm going to predict the 53-man roster. I'm going to go spot by spot and break down how many of each position Pittsburgh is going to keep and who is going to make the team and not make the team, in my opinion. Prediction video coming tomorrow before the final cuts come on Saturday. But this was the final game. Again, like I said, Pittsburgh lost the game, but some pretty positive things. Offensively, I only have one big note here, and that's Johnny Holton. Johnny Holton came out of nowhere, put himself into this conversation now. People were looking at the final two receiver spots because Juju, Moncrief, James Washington, and Deontay Johnson have spots locked up. So for the fifth and sixth receiver spot, the final two spots, it was being toggled back and forth between Eli Rogers, Ryan Switzer, Johnny Holton, and Deontay Spencer. I don't think Spencer did enough. He didn't do anything at receiver all preseason. Had a couple of nice end-around plays and returns, but I don't think he did enough. So I think the final three spots are going to be debated back and forth now between Eli Rogers, who made a couple catches today, made a nice broken tackle and a long play today. Ryan Switzer had two short catches today, and Johnny Holton, who was the star of the offense in this game. Johnny Holton beat a guy streaking down the field for a long touchdown catch, and he also made a nice catch, beating a defender and then going for a cutback and slipping down. So two long downfield catches for Johnny Holton. The guy's just so fast, and he can do returns, and he can play special teams on both sides. So interesting to see between Rogers, Switzer, and Holton, which two out of the three stay on the team. My money right now, I think, may go towards Switzer and Rogers, but Holton made a case for himself today and could be practice squad bound. Offensively, otherwise, not a whole lot. Mason Rudolph played well again, got another touchdown. Josh Dobbs did not do that much, so you have to think Rudolph now is the 2 and Dobbs is the 3 at quarterback. Running the ball, I'll get into disappointments later, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Defensively, though, there's a lot of positives that I want to quickly shout out here. We played pretty well defensively in all 4 games this season, and there are so many guys who deserve either practice squad or main roster spots. Tuzar Skipper, another guy, what a game, one of the best players in this game today. In 4 games now, he's got 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. He's making plays all over the field. He had another sack in this game, another strip of the football. He's playing special teams now as well. He's fielding the ball on long punts. He's downing the ball, I should say. Skipper's playing all over the field. He's got speed like crazy, good power. He's making himself known in there. This entire preseason, he's had 4 consecutively good games and looked like someone who I think has to make the roster. He wasn't expected to make it, but I go out of my way to give this guy a roster spot, and you'll see where I put him tomorrow. But I think he has to be on the roster because if he goes practice squad, somebody's taking him. He's been that good. He belongs on an NFL roster. Tuzar Skipper, congrats, my friend. You are a star. Ulysses Gilbert, another star. Man, what a great preseason he's had as well. He blocked a field goal on the first series today to prevent points for us. He had several tackles in this game. He's doing a little bit of loose coverage stuff. He's doing a lot of special team stuff. He was covering plays, making tackles on special teams now. His speed is rivaled by only that of Devin Bush. His speed is super underrated. His coverage is not all that bad. He's physical. He's ball hawking. I love what Gilbert is doing. He's another guy inside that has to make the roster. He is probably our 4th inside linebacker on this team. He's been phenomenal. Sutton Smith, played his second game this season and played his best game. Didn't do much in Game 3. Played well in this game. I think he had a half sack, and I think he made a second play as well. I think it might have been a strip of some sort. I'm trying to think of his second play. He made 2 big plays today. I don't think it's enough. I think like I said, we already have like 8 guaranteed guys at linebacker, and with Skipper and Gilbert playing so well, I think Sutton Smith fell behind being injured. So I think he goes practice squad if he's eligible. Hopefully he lands somewhere because I think he has a lot of speed, even though he's undersized. I think he has a lot to bring to the table. He just was injured all camp and then didn't do much in Game 3, and this game was too little too late. I like him a lot, but I don't think he makes the roster. Jaron Elliott, he got signed 10 days ago, did not play much in Game 3, but made a major play tonight. Couple of tackles off the edge, which was nice, but also had a forced fumble recovery, and 85-yard return for a touchdown. Got the trifecta in one play. Stripped the quarterback, picked the ball up, and ran it all the way down the field for a long touchdown on defense. Huge splash play on top of a few other plays as well that Elliott made. So too little too late. He wasn't here very long, but this game he certainly was one of the MVPs and could be looking at a practice squad somewhere. Cam Sutton played pretty well today. He's had a very good camp and preseason for corners. I think he's our 4th corner on this team, behind the obvious guys, Hayden, Steven Nelson, and Mike Hilton. He got an interception today on a badly thrown ball on a comeback play. Nice INT for him. Henry Mondo, defensive line. First time mentioning him. He's kind of been an understated, quietly, silently solid player on the defensive line. Likeable guy. Made a couple of nice tackles tonight, was physical. I don't think it's enough. I think it's too little too late. We have 6 linemen already, I think, on the team. Mondo is not one, but I like the way he played today. Marcellus Branch was nice and physical today. He had an interception on a nice play, as well as a physical hit on the quarterback earlier in the game. So hit that could have been resulted in a turnover, and then got himself a turnover. So I think, again, too little too late. 4th game. It didn't show much in the rest of camp or preseason. If he was even here, I don't recall hearing his name early on a lot, but played very well tonight. Hats off to Branch. Robert Spillane is someone who you have to look at. Again, linebackers too deep. It's our deepest position, so he's not going to make the team. And he is a coverage liability. Much like Tyler Medikevich, he's very similar. He's physical. He gets a lot of quarterback pressures. He's solid in the run stoppage game. He's always in the backfield, but he cannot cover guys to save his life. So he's a coverage liability, but as far as sacks, he got another one tonight. Several hits around the line, a couple of hits late in the game that didn't show up on the stat sheet, but he's a physical guy and he's always in the backfield. I like Robert Spillane. He's not going to make the team, but I think practice squad eligible. I would sign this guy up. Isaiah Buggs played pretty well tonight in some backfield tackles. He got some nice pressure off the line. I think he is our 6th defensive lineman in the backup rotation. And Christian Kuntz, I liked a lot. Made a lot of plays on special teams and on defense tonight. Not going to make the team, but good player. Disappointment-wise, I've got to say, number 1, man, Benny Snell. I haven't liked him in any of the games so far. He's played in 3 games. He's not showing any burst at all. He doesn't show any energy or speed when he makes his cuts. He's not cutting very fast. He's not breaking any tackles. I think he had 1 broken tackle tonight. He's going down way too easy. He's not looking very light on his feet. I just don't like what I'm seeing out of him. Connor and Samuels have looked so good. Snell's going to make the roster. He was drafted high. He's our 3rd running back. But I don't like what I'm seeing out of him at all. I know he's a rookie. He's only played in 3 games in preseason, so you can't judge too early. But so far, not enjoying what I'm seeing out of him. Tight ends for Pittsburgh. No production at all. I think Zach Gentry had 1 or 2 short catches tonight. He had 1 touchdown in the preseason. Nothing from anybody else. Grimble had a couple drops. McDonald hasn't played. Rader didn't do anything. Scotland Williamson didn't do anything. We have to probably sign a tight end because outside of Vance McDonald, we have nothing yet. Gentry has potential to be the 3rd tight end, but I don't like what I'm seeing out of this tight end group with no productivity and not much blocking either from Snell or the tight ends, to be honest. And then Justin Lane at corner is playing way too far off. Got beat deep for a touchdown tonight against 3rd stringers. He's getting beat on some deep balls. He's getting beat on some comebacks. He's just not playing physical enough. I don't like what I'm seeing yet of Lane. But again, he's a rookie. He's going to be our 6th corner. He's not going to play much this year. He's going to have a learning curve. So mostly positive. There are a few negatives. Tomorrow I'll bring you guys the entire 53-man roster position by position Who do you think makes the roster and who doesn't? And who showed out tonight and really impressed you? Tell me in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. See you soon, Steeler fans.